And welcome to Greensburg, Kansas for a beautiful night for high school football as we get ready to set for kickoff for this game between the Kiowa County Mavericks and the St. John Tigers. We'll be back here shortly to tell you about what to watch for in this game. But first, we'll take a quick break and hope you join us for a great night of sports on the Kiowa County Media Center. And welcome back. We're set in about 15 minutes to kick off this game between the Kiowa County Mavericks and the St. John Tigers. Tonight is senior night for the Mavericks, so a couple players we want to highlight for you tonight are the two seniors on the Maverick football team. First, number 32, Nick Mull. He mostly runs at fullback for the Mavericks, big part of the blocking game. And speaking of the blocking game, can't really talk about that without one of the big linemen, and that, of course, being number 98, Jacob Irvin, who anchors both the offensive and defensive line at center and nose tackle, respectively. We do have, overall, these two teams having somewhat of a rough year. Mavericks coming in with 2 wins on the season, although they have a little bit of momentum as they won last week with a 68-34 win at Kinsley. St. John has just 1 victory on the season, that victory coming against Maxville. And just for comparison's sake, the two teams have just played 1 team in common, that is Kinsley, whereas the Mavericks won by 34. The St. John Tigers lost 24-12 on October 3rd. So just on paper, based on that, got to like the Mavericks' chances, but that's why they play the games on any given night. And that's how this game is going to play out, hopefully, for the Mavericks in a decent fashion. I should say, I guess we should probably introduce ourselves. I'm Matt Christensen. I'll be doing play-by-play tonight, and I'm joined by Zach White. Looking forward to a great game. Right now, we'd like to turn it over to Jay Wynn Fleener, who is going to take us through the honors of all seniors tonight. So take it away, Jay Wynn.
Participating in tennis, cross-country, and football here at Kiowa County High School. The leadership that seniors take in activities has a lot to do with the success of those activities. To the seniors and parents, we want to say thank you for your involvement and leadership. Olivia Dawson is the daughter of Anita Long. She is participating in tennis. Jacob Irvin is the son of Jason Irvin and Stacy Schwartz. Jacob is participating in football. Garrett Cottonbach is the son of Mike and Tamara Cottonbach. He is participating in cross country. Nick Mull is the son of guardian Kimberly Tedder. He is participating in football. Denise Ramos is the daughter of Obed and Cecilia Ramos. She is participating in cross country. Other seniors are Elias Lopez, the son of Ramon Lopez and Patsy Musquez. He is participating in cross country. And Alicia Ward, the daughter of Wayne and Shannon Ward. She is also participating in cross country. The football team is coached by Clint Young, Steve Heft, and Peter Kern. The cross-country team is coached by Arlen Harris, and our tennis team was coached by Lori Wade. Congratulations, seniors. As a public address announcement, the activity programs at Kiowa County High School are primarily for the student participants. We are pleased to host our guests from St. John High School. This competition is being conducted according to the rules of the Kansas State High School Activities Association. Cheerleaders and spectators are expected to assist in promotion and achievement of good sportsmanship. Good luck to both teams. Would you please stand, remove your headgear, and face the south end of the field for the playing of our national anthem by the Kiowa County Band under the direction of Claire Mullender. Good job, band. Now we'd like to introduce the starters for our visitors, the St. John Tigers. Number 7, 130-pound freshman Eddie Ibarra. Number 10, Andrew Levine, 185-pound junior. Number 30, Troy Devine, 150-pound sophomore. Number 40, 180-pound sophomore Trace Schultz. Number 44, 165-pound senior Ty Wyckoff. Number 51, 252-pound junior Jacob Milton. Number 55, 200-pound junior Jeremy Crockett. Number 81, 180-pound senior Clay Cooper. And now for the Kiowa County Mavericks. Number 3, 130-pound junior Poncho Bandman. Number 10, 150-pound junior Landon Davis. Number 22, 150-pound junior Dylan Jacks. Number 32, 169-pound senior Nick Mole. Number 40, 176-pound junior Brett McVeigh. Number 50, 245-pound junior Eric Torres. Number 57, 235-pound sophomore Franco Holguin. And number 58, 263-pound junior Aaron Heft.
And welcome back. We're about 7 minutes away from kickoff here. We'll be back to give you a few more insights on tonight's game. Hopefully they'll be, pertinent insights. But in the meantime, we'd like to throw it over to Cyrus Weather to give us tonight's forecast for this game and also a few words from our sponsors.
Hey guys, shaping up to be a mild one for the game. Upper 70s by kickoff. We'll drop into the lower 70s by the end of the game and into the upper 60s by 10 o'clock with mostly clear skies becoming clear and light south winds. We'll have full details on the 7-day forecast coming up at halftime.
And welcome back. As that forecast informed you, it is just a beautiful night here. A little wind from the south, but nothing too bad. And temperature-wise, not too many days in late August where we have mid-80s in the afternoon, but I'll take it. You see there the teams lined up for the coin toss. One thing to keep in mind about the Mavericks here tonight, in just looking at their stats from their previous games, the one real constant between games they're winning or at least are competitive in versus games they're struggling is really their success running the ball. No big surprise, as most 8-man teams are, they're heavily reliant on the run. In both their victories, they are over 400 yards rushing in both those victories. And in games against Skyline and Mineola, which they've lost, but was still a close competitive game, they were still over 300. All other games against some very good teams like Hodgman County and Spearville, their running attack was really limited by those excellent defenses. So we'll have to see how the running game goes tonight. And it looks like Kiowa County won the toss, but deferred. And St. John will receive with their backs to the wind on the south side of the field. Now, St. John as a town does have some tremendous athletes. Their basketball team has really dominated the last couple of years. They've won state, I believe, 2 years in a row. First was 2A, I think. 2 years ago they won 2A, and last year they were the,
2A was last year. They won the 2A championship last year, yeah.
Yep. Not having as much success on their football team. Looks like a lot of their better athletes kind of save that effort for basketball season. But should be a competitive game here tonight against Kiowa County.
Yeah, from what I've heard, a lot of their basketball players, or at least their elite basketball players, don't go out for football and don't play football. So that hurts the talent, especially in a small town like St. John and Kiowa County. You got to have all your kids go out for all the sports, because if they don't, your teams get hurt a little bit. So not all the elite athletes on the basketball team anyways, but St. John still has the squad they have. So that's who we're facing tonight.
Well, and to be fair, too, again, a lot of those players, St. John basketball players, are very good and may actually go on to play in college, and don't want to jeopardize that with a potential injury. As football, it's a dangerous game.
Right.
And before we kick off here, I'd like to thank a couple of our sponsors. First, Go Mavericks, from the world's largest hand-dug well museum and visitor center. Its exhibits include the history of Greensburg, the tornado, and the sustainable rebuilding effort after the tornado. Visit them at down there at 315 South Sycamore Street in Greensburg, or give them a call at 620-723-4102. And short kick, and that is going to be recovered by the Mavericks. Number 44 for the Tigers, Ty Wyckoff. He tried to dive on it and smother it, but it got away from him. And that's definitely a very good start for the Mavericks tonight. So Mavericks, despite kicking off, will start the game on offense. And Jax looks like he's going to start the game at quarterback. He's going to hand it off to Davis, who's got a lot of room on the left side. And that is a great open field tackle there by number 10, Andrew Devaney, who saved a touchdown.
Yeah, we pulled the guard and the end over there, so it was kind of everybody in the stands knew where the ball was going. Pulled that guard and end out around. Good lead block, kind of cleared out that side. Landon made a good run, but just got tackled there by his shoestrings.
Still nearly a 20-yard gain. Definitely take that to start the offensive series. And this time the handoff's going to go to Bandman, but he is caught from behind and going to be tackled by a loss by number 51, Jacob Milton.
Really looked like it could have been the same play, just designed to go the other side. We had the guard and end on the left side, pull, come out to the right, lead block, but again, penetration in the backfield kind of got him, Poncho stuck up there.
So that will bring up 2nd and 11 after the loss of 1. Handoff going to go to Bandman again, and he tries to bounce it outside, but he is going to be corralled. That is Devaney again with another tackle.
St. John on the left side of their defense looks like they're getting a good penetration here on the left side. So, might look for Coach Young to run on the right side of the defense again, left side of the offense.
Well, just a sample size of 3, but had a lot more success going to the left than the right so far tonight. And Jack's going to drop back to pass. He's looking for Torres, but overthrows him somewhat. And that incompletion is going to bring up 4th and long.
With St. John playing a 5-3 defensive alignment with 5 men on the line, you would think potentially there'd be some potential for Kiowa County's ends and backs maybe to get behind the defense, since there's no deep safety there like most teams are going to have. So that's something to look out for later in the game. I know we don't pass a whole lot as a team, but that's an advantage we could take or something we could take advantage of.
Again, yeah, Kiowa County doesn't pass a lot, but they do like to go to those ends. Both Heft and Torres are frequent targets. Jack's going to keep it, and he has a small gap, but it closes quickly. Nice gain down to the 16-yard line, 17-yard line. That's still going to be well short of a first down, and the Mavericks will turn it over. So St. John will get their first offensive series. And I apologize, but that's number 4 who is not in their program. St. John quarterback. So apologize for not having a name, but nice gain around the right side there. And he gets all the way deep inside Kiowa County territory before he is tackled at the 24, where it will be 1st and 10. And this handoff is going to go down inside the 10. That's number 22, Juan Neri Leon. Another nice gain for the Tigers, and their offense is clicking here early. So now with that gain, it's going to be 1st and goal from the 9. And the Tigers threatening. And that's Zeke Blake, who is quarterbacking for the St. John Tigers, as he gets another nice gain inside the 5. He's not drugged down until he gets to the 3, where it'll be 2nd and goal. So 2nd and goal for the Tigers. Blake going to keep it again. Not much room, but he stays on his feet and gets into the end zone. Nice effort there by Blake to break those first couple tackles and get 6 points. So game started very promising for the Mavericks as they recovered the onside kick to kick things off, but after turning the ball over on downs, St. John just really marched down the field and put up 6 points.
One thing the Mavericks have had trouble with a little bit defensively is a back with a lot of elite top-end speed, and it looks like this kid has it. So could be a tough matchup for us, but we'll see.
Looks like the Tigers want to talk about strategy on this extra point attempt as they call a timeout. And I'd like to thank another one of our sponsors, Centera Bank, member FDIC, with 5 great locations, including one great right here in Greensburg. Check them out at centerabank.com. So St. John really with a split-out formation here. See what they do on this extra point. And Blake rolling out to his right, wants to pass. And that is incomplete, just off the fingertips. Was intended for number 44, Ty Wyckoff.
Good defense by Landon Davies, who's right there, stride with the in there. So it's good defense.
So we're going to take a break before we return for this kickoff. You're watching Maverick Sports on the Kiowa County Media Center.
The internet has drastically changed the way we communicate. Are you keeping up with the times? The Kiowa County Media Center can connect you with viewers in markets all over the region, the state, and the world. Our technology keeps us on pace with the high demand of internet video content. Bring your audience from anywhere in the world to your wedding, conference, sporting event, concert, and much more. No one does high-quality video streaming like us. We are the Kiowa County Media Center, leading the new age of communication.
And welcome back. Operation Christmas Child Shoebox would like to say go Mavericks. Look for a donation box at the volleyball games on October 21st, football games on October 24th. The charity drive is looking for hygiene items, small toys, and school supplies. Also, you can drop everything off at the Collection Center at the First United Methodist Church in Greensburg at 600 West Lincoln. Deep kickoff. Quite the leg there.
Yeah, it was a great kick. Really good kick.
So we see those occasionally, but usually those are wind aided, whereas tonight there is a small wind from the south, but that was pretty much all leg right there. So with the touchback, Mavericks will start at their own 15, 1st and 10, and see if they can't get those 6 points back. And the handoff's going to go to Bandman again. And he gets back to the line of scrimmage, but no more. He's tackled by number 51, Jacob Milton.
Again, if you're watching on TV there, or on your computer, the thing to look out for is the guard and end for the Maverick offense. You can find out where the backs are going. All you got to do is watch the guard and the end on one side. If they block down, they're running that way. If they're going to pull, they're running the other way.
And this handoff goes to Davis. He bounces outside and then cuts back in. He gets a couple yards, but not a lot of room there. They'll give him forward progress out to the 18, where it'll be 3rd and 7. And really, aside from that first big game by Davis, St. John's been doing a very good job of containing the Maverick running game, which, as we noted before the game started, is really a good indicator of how good a night they can expect to have.
Right.
And Jax looks like it's an option play. He pitches it out to Bandman. Bandman loses a handle on it. The ball bounces out of bounds. Not sure on the ruling on that. I don't imagine they give the Mavericks forward progress on that bounce.
We'll see what the refs decide to do here. Yep.
Well, that's exactly what they're going to do. The ball is spotted where it went out of bounds.
As long as the officials don't feel like it was a intentional fumble, then they're going to give them the forward progress on that wherever it lands out of bounds.
So that brings the Mavericks near midfield. 1st and 10 from the 39, and Jax wants to pass again. He pulls it back. He's going to run. He's got room on the left side. And he'll bring it in inside the Tiger 30, down to about the 27.
Yeah, great run. He got some pressure on his right side, and so he had to kind of run out to the left. But he had Landon Davis on the right sideline, but that's obviously a very difficult throw to be running towards your left and then throw it all the way across the field to your right sideline. But makes a nice run to salvage the play.
I'd say that would be nigh impossible, at least for me, to just throw across your body like that. So good result of the play. Jax wants to throw again. He's got Davis on the left side, and Davis comes down with it. Nice little gain of about 6 yards.
Really good defense by St. John on that play. There wasn't really anybody that was wide open like there was the last play. Pretty impressive coverage. Just Dylan Jax with a really nice pass. Landon Davis with a really nice catch.
So 2nd down and 5, we'll call it. And Jax out of the shotgun again. He's going to run it up the middle. And he is tackled by Devaney. I think on the defensive end, been calling out Devaney and Milton a lot, making a lot of tackles.
So something to watch for as we get the first down call for the Mavericks. St. John, their 5-man line, they're all standing up. Something kind of not very a regular thing that 8-man football teams do. Sometimes you might have your end stand up, but you're not going to have your interior linemen stand up. The positive is they're going to get a lot of penetration. The negative is on a straightforward power run like that, they're going to get blown back because they don't have the leverage underneath the offensive linemen.
Well, that run from Jax is good for a first down, and he's just tripped up there. He had a lane, but one of the linemen able to catch his ankles and ends up only gaining about a yard.
So again, it's kind of been a constant throughout this entire game so far. You watch the interior line, the center and the guards. If they're not pulling, they're driving their man back 2 and 3 yards. The ends are the ones that are getting a lot of penetration. That's going to leave a lot of holes kind of through the middle of the defense, something for the Mavericks to take advantage of.
And Jax wants to run around the left side, and he does not have much room at all, and that's going to be a loss of several yards.
And as we talked about, since that very first run that Landon Davis had, St. John's really done a great job of covering the edges of the defense. When the Mavericks are kind of running up through the gut, you know, kind of in the middle off the guards, they're picking up a lot of yards.
Well, and that's been reflected somewhat in the play calling this series. First series was pretty much all around the corners, whereas this series they've run out up the middle several times. Jack's back to pass again.
Oh, that's a flag.
Trying to find Poncho Bandman, but no flag. Did look like there was some contact there, but referee did not think it warranted the yellow.
And maybe he didn't have a good view of it, or just thought the defender was there before the offensive player ran through. But it looks like our Poncho was running through and kind of got knocked right before the pass got there. Yeah. So
still no flag, which will bring up 4th and 13, and this made Mavericks face their second prospect of. There's the flag, but it looks like that's going to be going against the Mavericks. False start.
Yeah, it looked like it was Eric Torres. Looked like he was either going to go after a route or pull or something, and he just kind of hopped back a little bit, so enough to get a false start.
And that has been one item that has hurt the Mavericks from time to time. Their last home game against Skyline, they ran quite a few complex formations with a lot of motion. It resulted in quite a few flags for illegal formation, false start, which really hurt them in that game as they ended up losing by 6. There's a nice catch there by Torres. That is a great effort. Unfortunately for the Mavericks, that's going to leave them well short of a first down. So for the second straight possession, the Mavericks drive deep into Tiger territory just to turn the ball over. Still got to credit Torres on a great catch.
Yeah, risky pass. He kind of had to thread it on a needle there to get it right in there, but a great catch. Great catch by Eric Torres. Very impressive to hold on to the ball in that situation.
So that will bring up 1st and 10 for the Tigers. Much like last time, they're starting deep in their own territory. And that handoff is ripped away by Nick Mole. And I'm actually kind of surprised there wasn't a whistle there. But before the play was stopped due to lack of forward progress, Nick Mole just wrestled that ball away and took it into the end zone.
Yeah, it looked like he might have been fighting just a little bit to get a couple extra inches. And a couple Maverick defenders stood him up. Nick Mole comes in smartly, swipes the ball, and takes off running the other way.
So just like that, the game is tied again, pending this extra point. So a couple wide split outs there, and that ball is kept by Dylan Jacks, who takes a nice hit but brings the ball in. So Mavericks have a lead, 8-6. We're going to take a look at that replay of that touchdown, great defensive touchdown by Nick Mole. And after that, have a few words from our sponsors. We're watching Maverick Sports on the Kiowa County Media Center.
The weather just seemed a little bit unusual.
The sound was just deafening.
You can hear and feel things just breaking up.
School was
above
gone,
you.
my church was gone, my town was gone. What are we going to do?
We could rebuild and we could start over and rebuild a whole community. Let's rebuild the town. Let's work together. Let's try to do it right.
The spirit of the community, we will rebuild.
Maybe we do have to do it different.
To be able to make a difference that can be felt for generations, it's very exciting.
Come and experience the story in Greensburg.
And welcome back. The Kiowa County Health Department would like to remind you to get your flu shot to stay healthy. You can get your flu shot at the Kiowa County Health Department or the Kiowa County Courthouse. Just stop by there in the basement of the courthouse at 211 East Florida, or give them a call at 620-723-3366. So kind of amazing just how quickly momentum can turn in a game like this, but Mavericks were looking a little shaky, down by a touchdown with 2 straight turnovers on downs, but the big defensive play by Nick Mole leads to 6 points, and with the PAT, Mavericks are up by 2, 8-6. Another short kick by the Mavericks. This one fielded by number 30, that's Troy Devine. And he'll bring the ball past the 35, out to the 36, where the Tigers will take over. So this is definitely the best field position the Tigers have had so far tonight. And Zeke out of the shotgun. And Blake's going to keep it. And he is tripped up. That's a good play there by number 40.
Brett McVeigh.
Yeah, Brett McVeigh.
Yeah.
Still a pretty good gain there for Blake as he gets out to midfield, where it'll bring up 2nd and 6. And Blake running again to his left. And this time he's tripped up by Aaron Heft. Gain of 1 on that carry will bring up 3rd and 5.
Aaron Heft did a great job there. He kind of engaged. If you see that play, and you'll see it again multiple times, I'm sure. But did a great job of engaging the defender with his hands, and then kind of shoving the defender off and making a play. Defensive line, a lot of people think, is just about just running and bashing into your guy and trying to drive him back. You got to use your hands. It's almost like a little karate fight game. You really got to use your hands. That's the key to playing defensive line.
So 3rd and 5 here for the Tigers, and Blake running to his right this time, and great penetration, and eventually he's brought down by
Brett McVeigh again. Brett McVeigh really has been one of the more impressive players, I think, from the start to the finish of the year. Didn't play much at all last year. Played a lot of JV and really has improved as an athlete, as a football player. Very impressive open field tackle against a really good athlete for St. John.
And yeah, great penetration there by McVeigh, but I'm also impressed by Blake in that McVeigh did a great job of wrapping it up, but Blake just didn't go down.
Right.
Stayed on his feet. And good punt there. Is going to go out the back of the end zone, so Mavericks will start from their own 15.
And again, we talked about the wind. I mean, there's a little bit of wind out there, but it's not super strong. It's an impressive punt. It's an impressive punt. 8-man football, you're not going to see a lot of 40-yard punts, and that's pretty impressive.
I tell you, I've been doing this for a few years. My greatest dream is to see someone kick a field goal at some point. I have not seen that happen. No, I don't believe anyone's even attempted a field goal on this field yet. But someday I would love to see Mavericks opponent just consider a moral victory just for an attempt. Big shift there from the Mavericks. And Jax wanted to run to his right, didn't see much room, goes to his left instead. Has a little room there as he brings it out across the 20 for a gain of nearly 7.
That is one thing Jax does really well, and I think he might even enjoy doing that better than just running right up the hole. He seems to cut back across the grain a little bit more often than most runners are going to see. If you're St. John, you watch a lot of film, you'd really telling those backside defenders, stay home, because Dylan Jax is going to cut back.
Yeah, not sure that's how the play was drawn up, but successful nonetheless. And Jax thought about it for a while, decides he wants to run left again, and again has good yardage out across the 30, out to the 31. That will be more than enough for a Maverick first down. It was just another interesting run by Jackson that kind of held in the center there, looked right, didn't quite like what he saw, and then elected to run left, and that's where the gaps were. So 1st and 10 for the Mavericks at the 32. Jax drops back to pass. He's pressured, and he's going to be sacked for a big loss.
Clay Cooper looked like he got Clay Cooper on the stop. Got a lot of penetration. Again, those ends are really getting across the field, the line of scrimmage. You can see here on the replay, those ends just doing a great job getting upfield. And again, that helps you in some ways and it hurts you in other ways. And hopefully Kiowa County, can make an adjustment here and run right off those ends hip, get upfield.
9-yard loss on the sack brings up 2nd and 19. Jack's back to pass again, and That will not be a sack as he's able to scramble back to the original line of scrimmage, but not much else. Call it a gain of 1 on that scramble to bring up 3rd and 18.
Those ends got a lot of penetration upfield again. Dylan did the right thing of stepping up into the pocket. Did a good job, but St. John did a better job, wrapped him up, made the tackle. Good play by St. John's defense.
So 3rd and long again for the Mavericks. Handoff goes to Bandman, who wants to throw, and he's got Torres around the left side, and it looks like he's going to have enough yardage for a first down. Out past midfield to the 38, and that's, well, based on the spot, looks like he might be a little short.
Yeah, they're going to mark him short.
See the replay there, just kind of good misdirection. Torres able to find the gap there on the left side. So a gain of about 18 on that pass from Bandman to Torres, although it does look like they're going to be just a bit short of the first down by, call it about a foot, which will bring up a very big 4th down.
We talked about it earlier in the game. This is a scenario when St. John's going to have to get lower if they want to make this stop. On the defensive line, you've got to get leverage and get lower, and if they're going to start standing up, I would imagine that Kiowa County is going to be lower and they're going to be able to drive them back.
So big 4th and about a foot for the Mavericks. And Jack's going to run to his right, and he's going to have more than enough room for a first down. He'll gain a couple out to about the Tiger 46. Gain of about 2.5 yards, more than enough for a first down. It's one thing for the Mavericks. They've been able to move the ball forward on their side of the field, but once they get inside Tiger territory, the Tiger defense is just really, buckling its belt, and so far has stopped the Maverick offense cold. Jack's running again to his right side. Gets past the first wave of defenders, out past the 30, out to about the 27 for a nice 8-yard gain.
Eric Torres, the end on the left side, pulled, led the blockers for the Mavericks. Did a great job blocking for Dylan Jacks, made a nice run. Good pickup on first down.
So 2nd and 1 from that spot at the Tiger 32. High snap, but Jacks comes down with it. He's going to pass around the right side for Davis, who's wide open. And does he get in? He does get in. That is going to be a touchdown pass, Dylan Jacks to Landon Davis.
Dylan kind of lobbed it up there. It didn't look like it came out of his hand very well. It's kind of a duck. Didn't have a good spiral on it, but he did just enough to get it there. Laid it up, gave Landon plenty of time to adjust to that ball. Landon makes a good catch, good concentration, and runs it in.
And Jack's going to keep it for the extra point. Lowers his shoulder and powers his way in, and just like that, Mavericks have a 16-6 lead. Let's take another look at that touchdown the touchdown pass. Sorry, this is the extra point attempt again. We'll take a quick break. Hope you join us for this great game between
Rotary is working together with common values and vision. Rotary is worldwide to eradicate polio, dig clean water wells, and save lives. Together, Rotarians grow local economies like ours, right here in Kiowa County. Rotary activities bring leaders together to combine resources for community success. You can be a part of the big picture. Support Rotary projects here and abroad. Join us. Place service over self. Together in Rotary.
Welcome back as we'll take another look at the touchdown pass. Got the Mavericks their last touchdown. See there, not the prettiest pass from Jacks, but Davis was well past the last line of secondary and was wide open there on the right side. And that's 6 points for the Mavericks. Another onside kick. This one's going to go out of bounds. So that'll be a flag, and St. John will decide if they want it where it went out of bounds or if they want to have the Mavericks re-kick. Looks like the Tigers will take the ball where it went out of bounds, which will place them at about the 39-yard line. So they'll have 41 yards to go to try and cut into that Maverick lead. So 1st and 10, Blake in the shotgun again. Gonna run straight forward. Not much room. He gets out to midfield for a gain of about 1. They'll give him forward progress out to the Maverick 39, so call it a gain of closer to 2. Brings up 2nd and 8. I'd say one of the first things that jumping out at me early in this game as we break for the second quarter here, but the difference in play calling between the Mavericks and Tigers. Mavericks call a lot of plays that take some time to develop, pulling guards, pulling ends, got to give those blockers time to get her out in front of the runners, whereas St. John, it's pretty quick. It's just Blake gets the snap and he's running somewhere to sweep.
Right, yeah, I would definitely agree with that.
Also like to thank another one of our sponsors here, Dwayne Shank Motors, proud sponsor of Maverick Sports. Come see us, you'll look good in a Chevy. Give them a call at 620-604-9708. Another one of our sponsors tonight, People's Insurance, proud supporter of the Mavericks, offering home, auto, farm, business, and crop insurance. They offer Farmers Alliance, Continental Western, EMC Insurance Companies, Progressive, Columbia Insurance Group, Safeco, Allstate, and also Rain and Hail LLC. And I believe that's the first passing attempt for St. John tonight. Falls incomplete on pretty good coverage there by the Mavericks. So with that incompletion brings up 3rd and call it 9. And after a shaky start on that first series, Maverick defense doing pretty well since. So 3rd and 9 for the Tigers. Blake in the shotgun with no backs. Sorry, he did have a back. That was a pitch to number 22, Juan Neri Leon, but well covered by the Mavericks. Loss of a yard on that play brings up 4th and 10.
Yeah, great tackle by Aaron Heft. Got some penetration. Made a good tackle on a running back there in the open field.
So 4th and 10. Looks like St. John's going to bring out that impressive kicking game again. Another nice punt there.
Oh,
and unfortunately for the Tigers, was not well covered. They had a great opportunity to pin the Mavericks inside the 5, just waited a second too long and let that ball get in the end zone.
I'm not sure if St. John was confused on the lines there or what exactly happened, but it was a great punt yet again. Had him pinned down there on the 1 yard line if that's where they wanted to stop it, but they just, a little bit of a miscue.
I'm just going to call they got greedy. Could have been content with the 2 or 3 or 1, but they just wanted to pin the Mavericks at the half-inch line, and just half second too long is what they waited before damming it. So big break for the Mavericks. Instead of being pinned just right on their goal line, they get the ball at the 15.
You said it, a big break for the Mavericks. Special teams, other than that first onside kick that Kiowa County Mavericks recovered, St. John Special Teams has been a bright spot for their team, except for a little bit of miscue there.
Yep. Yeah, it happens. So 1st and 10 for the Mavericks at the 15. And they will see if they can't add to this 10-point lead they enjoy at the moment. Jack's going to keep it around his left side. Breaks a tackle, breaks another tackle, and he's got room on the left side. Only Devaney can catch him, and he won't. And that is a 65-yard touchdown run for Dylan Jacks. So impressive run there by Jacks, breaking a couple tackles.
Here it is on the replay. Again, we like to pull those ends quite a bit. There's Aaron Heft lead blocking, pulling from the right side, going around the left, and the great run, great speed by Dylan Jacks.
So Jack's going to run again around his right side for the extra point, but he is stopped short of the goal line, so that's the first unsuccessful PAT for the Mavericks, but nonetheless, they've got quite a bit of momentum. They've scored the last 22 points, leading 22-6. We're going to take a quick break. Hope you join us for the rest of the first half. You're watching Maverick Sports on the Kiowa County Media Center.
Kiowa County Impact Video Production Committee encourages you to practice the KC Big Three.
At Kiowa County, we treat others right.
By helping others up.
By encouraging each other.
By patting players on the back and showing good sportsmanship.
At Kiowa County, we make smart decisions.
By respecting the officials.
By keeping our cool.
And by listening to the coach.
At Kiowa County, we maximize our potential.
By practicing on our own time.
And by always giving 100%.
And welcome back. Mavericks enjoying quite a bit of momentum here. Also like to remind you that the Media Center is leading the new age of communication, offering services, education, and tools for your organization or your company to put to use for the 21st century of communication. So McVeigh sets up to kick off. And so far, Mavericks have gone with nothing but onside kicks. We'll see if that trend continues. Well, not quite an onside kick. That's going to be covered at about the 26-yard line, where the Tigers will take over.
That's kind of the aim from Kiowa County. If you don't want to try to defend a dynamic athlete that you're going to put back there returning kicks, just kick it on the ground and hope somebody just falls on it. And that's kind of what happened just there. Ball's on the ground, get a little nervous as a returner. Think you ought to just fall on it in case the offensive team comes up and picks it and runs it in. So good strategy by the Mavericks.
So 1st and 10 from the 26 for the St. John Tigers. Blake out of the shotgun, back to pass. He's going deep to the left side, and that is a great pick there.
Landon Davis.
Number 10, Landon Davis with the interception. Great catch.
Yeah, number 7, Eddie Ibarra, streaking down the middle of the field. You kind of see it coming from a mile away, really. Streaking down the middle of the field. You knew that's where the quarterback was going to go. He was staring it down about the whole time. Landon Davis makes a great read, being the free safety back there. Makes a great read, comes off of his man, and makes a great jump and catch.
Yeah, you can see on the replay there, Landon's eyes were on the quarterback the entire time. Just knew exactly where he was going with that.
Very smart play, reading the quarterback.
There was a penalty on that play, and actually called against the Mavericks, which will negate the interception. Personal foul will give the Tigers the ball inside Maverick territory, so huge penalty mistake there by the Mavericks. So 1st and 10 for the Tigers. And Blake throwing to the right. It looks like he was looking for Ty Wyckoff. Ball is just thrown out of bounds, however.
On the snap, he never looked like he got a great handle on the ball. And then he that pass kind of sailed on him because he didn't look like he had the grips, probably didn't have the laces on that throw, so it always makes it a difficult thing to throw.
So with that incompletion, it sits at 2nd and 10. And the Tigers taking their time with the play call. The play clock's inside of 5 seconds at this point. They're going to have to hustle to get that snap off. And they do not do it, or did they take a timeout?
Looks like we're going to have a delay game.
Nope, they did not get the snap off or a timeout called, so that's 5 yards assessed against the Tigers. Again, that's kind of an oddity for this part of the world in that Kiowa County's field actually does have an actual game clock that teams can see. Not common, I don't think, in a lot of 8-man fields, but Kiowa County fortunate enough to have one. So 2nd and 15 after that delay of game. And Blake going to run it after looking to drop back to pass. And he is run out of bounds by Landon Davis after a gain of about 2. To bring up 3rd and 13.
Although you big time, if you announce the Baptist Soup Supper, 5:30, 7:30, Sunday evening. They want to be careful you put that more tissue.
So 3rd and 13 here. Again, Mavericks defense been doing very well these last few possessions, aside from that big penalty here on this drive. And great penetration there by Aaron Heft as he tackles Neri Leon for a loss.
Second great play here in the last 2 possessions by Aaron Heft. Getting penetration on that right side of the defensive line. Doing a good job wrapping up tacklers.
See, just right after Neri Leon takes the handoff, Heft is right there. And that's a loss of about 3 to bring up 4th and 16. And there's the punt by Schultz. And not quite as good as the last one, but still very good punt. As Mavericks will start this next possession at their own 12.
Yeah, with the roll, you're looking at, again, with the roll, you're looking at about a 40-yard punt. So into the wind. There's not a super strong wind, but into the wind. Pretty impressive punt still.
Well, St. John has definitely won the field possession battle so far this game, but that's not reflected on the score. Mavericks head 22-6. And Jax fakes the run. He's got Bayman deep. Nice throw, but Bayman can't come down with it.
Something we talked about at the beginning of the game with St. John's 5-3 defensive alignment. They're going to be strong up front, but you're strong on one side, you're going to give up something on the other side. So the weakness of that defense is you're going to have offensive players get behind the second line of your defense, as you can see on the replay here.
And Bayman had nothing but open field, and it just, you could see he tasted 6 and just got a little too excited. Jack's going to keep it, breaks the first line of defenders, brings the ball out past the 15 for a gain of about 3. So 3rd and 7 for the Mavericks. Passing game has been working fairly well for the Mavericks tonight. Again, their last touchdown, exactly what we were talking about before. Landon Davis just got behind all the defenders and was able to come down with it for a touchdown. And Jax loses the handle. He gets it back, but not able to make much happen after that. He'll bring it up ball out to about the 16, gain of 1, where it will be 4th and 6. So I'm going to guess this will be the first time the Mavericks punt here tonight. And Mavericks, unlike many teams, they don't really go for a traditional deep setting for their punts. Usually just do a quick pooch kick like that, and that's going to be a fairly short one. Does take a Maverick bounce, however. And it won't come to a stop until it gets inside Tiger territory to the 37.
Really turned out to be pretty lucky that ball was on the ground more than it was in the air. So
well, you know, the Tigers' last punt took a nice bounce.
Yeah.
It's tit for tat.
you'll take it how you can get it. So good roll, good Maverick roll.
So 1st and 10 for the Tigers near midfield. And again, aside from that first series, Tigers have had difficulty moving the ball against the Mavericks D. And Blake running again up the middle. Going to get a couple yards, but not much else.
Yeah, good stop by Jacob Irvin.
And Irvin, one of our seniors for the Mavericks, does an excellent job there, anchoring the middle of the Mavericks defensive line. So 2nd and 8 for the Tigers. Zeke running again up the middle quickly. And he is stopped just shy of midfield. There is a flag on the play.
Can be illegal motion on St. John.
Interesting to see the Mavericks take this. Choice will be between 3rd and about 7 and 2nd and 12. Looks like they will take the penalty. We'll redo 2nd down. So 2nd and call it actually 13. And Blake back to pass, looking to his left, actually goes over the middle. And that is an excellent interception by Landon Davis. And no penalties on that play.
Looked like Zeke Blake, you can see a replay here. Zeke Blake had a little pressure, had to throw off his back foot. You can see all of his momentum going back as he's throwing this ball. That's going to make you throw it short. It's probably about a yard short. Really a tough pass. Landon Davis made a great jump on the ball. Really nice catch, but he bring the ball in.
So another turnover forced by the Maverick defense. And Jack's going to keep it around the left side. He's going to get a yard or two, but not a lot there. Called a gain of 2 to bring up 2nd and 8. And handoff's going to go to Bandman. Cuts inside. He'll get out to about the 39. Another 2-yard gain for the Mavericks to bring up 3rd and 6. Well, both defenses making some adjustments to their counterparts on the other side of the ball. Again, Mavericks D has been very solid since that first St. John possession, and last couple possessions, St. John's been doing a good job of stopping the Mavericks offense. Jax wants to pass it. He's going deep. And that goes off the face mask of Blaine Liggett.
Looked like Ty Wyckoff for St. John was right there on the coverage. Pretty good coverage. And Dylan Jax took quite the shot on that play. Good pressure by St. John's defensive line.
And facing 4th down near midfield, Kiowa County's going to take a timeout, talk strategy. We'll take a quick break. Hope you join us. We're watching Maverick Sports on the Kiowa County Media Center.
Southern Plains Co-op in Greensburg is proud to offer Bayer Crop Science crop protection products. Chewing bugs, fungal diseases, and grasses needlessly kill or drastically limit corn and soybean production each year. Innovative Bayer Crop Science products control these unwanted intruders. That means increased yields for more grain in the bin at harvest. Let Southern Plains Co-op protect your crops with Bayer Crop Science products. At Southern Plains, we deliver service.
And welcome back. And the world's largest hand-dug well would like to wish the Mavericks luck tonight. The Museum and Visitor Center has exhibits on the history of Greensburg tornado, and the sustainable rebuilding effort after the tornado. Stop by there on Sycamore Street or give them a call at 620-723-4102. So big fourth down here for the Mavericks. And looks like we're going to have another timeout as Mavericks coaches didn't like what they saw. We'll take another break. Hope you join us for the last few minutes of the first half.
Let Southern Plains Co-op take the worry out of choosing corn and soybean seed. For powerful performance at harvest, we know Mycogen seeds deliver. Global breeding and vigorous testing results in hybrid seeds with guts. That's true value that makes a difference. Maximize your seed investment for higher yields at harvest. Choose Mycogen hybrids from Southern Plains Co-op in Greensburg. At Southern Plains, we deliver service and Mycogen seeds.
Welcome back. I'd like to take this opportunity to thank another one of our great sponsors, Centera Bank. Visit them at centerabank.com or any of their 5 great locations throughout southwest, south central Kansas. So once again, a big fourth down the Mavericks face here, just inside their own side of the 40-yard line. And Jack's going to try passing it. He's got Davis on the left side. That is complete. Davis stays on his feet after the hit, and that's going to be another touchdown pass. That's the second time that Jax and Davis have connected tonight.
Looked like Eddie Ibarra was in kind of the right position, just couldn't get landed, knocked out of bounds. So
yeah, it looks like he was trying to knock him out of bounds, but would probably been better served just to try to wrap him up there.
Right.
As it is, Davis able to stay on his feet and bring the ball in for 6. So passing game doing quite a bit of damage here for the Mavericks tonight. Jax bounces around the right side, going for the corner, and he gets it. And that will push the Maverick lead to 30-6. 30 unanswered points by the Mavericks. As we'll take a quick look at that touchdown pass again. In 6 points for the Mavericks. Great result. You're watching Maverick Sports on the Kiowa County Media Center.
The internet has drastically changed the way we communicate. Are you keeping up with the times? The Kiowa County Media Center can connect you with viewers in markets all over the region, the state, and the world. Our technology keeps us on pace with the high demand of internet video content. Bring your audience from anywhere in the world to your wedding, conference, sporting event, concert, and much more. No one does high-quality video streaming like us. We are the Kiowa County Media Center, leading the new age of communication.
And welcome back. Mavericks riding pretty big wave of momentum here. They're up 30-6 with about 6 minutes to play here in the first half. Last 2 touchdowns have come on passes from Dylan Jax to Landon Davis. Once again, short kick by the Mavericks. This time it's covered by number 30, Troy Devine.
St. John did a great job on that kick return in the right position. Devine did a great job of just sitting on that, waiting for the ball to come to him, covering it up and falling down on the ground.
Once again, pretty good field position for the Tigers as they have 1st and 10 at their own 38. And Blake running to his right side. Got a little bit of room. He breaks midfield and will bring the ball out inside Maverick territory down to about the 48.
Like Eddie Ibarra there on the outside had his defender kind of blocked in. Interesting that Blake didn't cut it up. Looked like he might have had a little bit more room to cut it up, but ran to the sideline.
Still not a bad gain for Blake as he picks up 4 to bring up 2nd and 6.
Oh yeah, definitely. You shouldn't complain too much about a 4-yard gain on first down.
If you can do 4 yards consistently, you'll do pretty good.
Yeah.
So 2nd and 6, Blake again in the shotgun. And loses the handle there. But displays pretty good speed as he gets past the first wave of defenders and actually gains a couple yards.
wrapped up and tackled by Nick Mull, our other senior in the game. We talked about Jacob Irvin a couple times, and then here's, I think, possibly the first tackle from Nick Mull. I think it's the first time.
The thing, got to remember, Nick Mull had that big first play for a touchdown.
Right.
Just wrestling the ball away from the defender and walking it into the end zone deep in Tiger territory. Really, that's kind of the momentum shift. Game had not been going too well for the Mavericks till that point, but ever since then, it's been all Mavericks.
Right.
So 3rd and 4. And looks like we're going to have a quick timeout on the field. Looks like there's an equipment problem with a Maverick player. Looks like they got Jacob Irvin's head attached again. So 3rd and 4, and again, I think that was a premature whistle. As Blake loses the handle, I don't think he ever got it back before the whistle was sounded. As it is, that's going to be a loss of about 6 to bring up 4th and 10.
Yeah, it was a little difficult to see. He might have had possession and already had his knee down. We'll see here on the replay. So he'll give us a great shot at it. Ooh.
Yeah, it's kind of tough to tell.
Yeah, that's pretty tough to tell.
Still, can't fault the official to try and protect players, make sure, don't let that play go on too long.
Shout out to Kiowa County Media Center. Great shot by whoever's on the camera there. Very good shot of the play, just kind of hard.
That is Josh Cannon running our jib arm back on the northeast side of the end zone. Jib arm, one of the more nifty features I think we can bring you here at the Media Center. There you go, there's Josh. Thanks for that great shot. Jib arm is great for those big, epic, sweeping shots. Looks like we have another angle of that fumble. We'll see if any of the St. John players actually get possession.
I don't know about that one.
Close enough that I won't complain. And trick play there. Passes ended up being made by Neri Leon, but unfortunately for the Tigers, no receivers in the general vicinity, so with the incompletion, Maverick's going to take over 1st and 10.
So on the replay, again, another great shot by the Kiowa County Media Center there, but I don't know if you're going to call that possession. It looked like he just kind of had the ball pinned against the ground. He didn't really have possession of it because pinning it against the ground doesn't really mean possession. If you pin it against your body, that'd be more possession. So good break for St. John.
Well, the end result, they just turned the ball over and the Mavericks got the ball back at that exact same spot anyway. And as Jax hurdles the defender, he's going to pick up about 12. Good for a 1st down.
Looks good when it works, but that's always a dangerous play if you're going to hurdle somebody because they have a potential to take out your legs. But as you can see on the replay here, did a pretty good job of evading the tackler there. Again, another great shot there of the play on the sideline.
Yep, thanks to our great camera crew. Jax back to pass, looking for his left side, and he's got Torres there. Breaks a tackle, breaks another tackle. He's going to get inside the 10 and inside the 5.
There you go, and that's the strength of Eric Torres. I mean, as you can see, I don't know if we have, he's listed at 5'11", 245. So he's a big guy to take down once he gets the ball. He has pretty nimble feet, good hands, as you saw in that catch earlier that he had. Good catch there, good run, and once he gets that ball, he's tough to bring down.
So with that great completion, Mavericks have 1st and goal just inside the 5. Jack's going to cut to his left. He's got some room. And nice block there on the inside by Poncho Bandman to finish off that play.
There you go. Another common theme of the game. When Dylan Jax runs, when he has some success running the ball, He's going to cut back, usually from his right, cut back across the grain and run to his left. That seems to be kind of the way he likes to run. He's got good vision as a back, good athleticism, so his speed's going to help him get to that corner on the other side. And St. John maybe over pursuing a little bit on the backside of the defense. If you're the backside of St. John's defense, you've got to stay home when Dylan Jacks has the ball.
Here we go for the PAT attempt. And looks like Jacks was trying to find Aaron Heft there in the end zone, but that ball falls incomplete. Still, another great possession for the Mavericks as they extend the lead out to 30. They're up 36-6. And Mavericks rolling here. You're watching Maverick Sports on the Kiowa County Media Center.
The weather just seemed a little bit unusual.
The sound was just
You can
deafening.
hear and feel things just breaking up.
School was
above
gone,
you.
my church was gone, my town was gone. What are we going to do?
We could rebuild, and we could start over and rebuild a whole community. Let's rebuild the town. Let's work together. Let's try to do it right.
The spirit of the community, we will rebuild.
Maybe we do have to do it different.
To be able to make a difference that can be felt for generations, it's very exciting.
Come and experience the story in Greensburg.
Go Mavericks, brought to you by Operation Christmas Child Shoebox. Look for a donation box at various Kiowa County athletic events or bring it by the Collection Center at the First United Methodist Church at 600 West Lincoln Avenue. And McVeigh again with the onside kick. And that is covered at midfield.
Wow. Maybe a little quick on the whistle yet again. Hard to see if he had that ball or not, but whistle blew it dead.
That was Pat Dorn, number 32, who covered that for the Tigers.
The replay, see if we can see it, a little better angle. Oh man, St. John catches a break again.
And that is Neri Leon on the carry. He dives past the line of scrimmage.
So again, they go back to that. Go ahead. The injury.
Yeah, just like to observe, looks like there's a St. John player slow to get up, although he is getting up, which is good to see.
Going back to the onside kick, looks like 32 Pat Doran had the ball, kind of hit him right in the chest initially, but he didn't maintain it. He didn't keep possession of it. Official just a little quick to blow the whistle there. Looks like our cameraman might have had a better angle on it than the ref did on the backside because he couldn't see through the defender.
And looks like Schultz, who was the Tiger who was slow to get off, is going to come out of the game for a few plays as a precautionary measure. And Neri Leon on the handoff again. Hit the backfield, but he's able to stay on his feet long enough to gain a couple yards.
So tackles made by a collection of Mavericks there, but again, Aaron Heft doing a great job. He's kind of stood out there on the defensive line, doing a great job getting penetration on that right side. That's kind of been a common theme for him. He's moved from right to left, but I don't know if he likes his matchup on that right side or if he just prefers the right side just in general, but doing a good job of getting some penetration, not penetrating too far up the past the line of scrimmage, but getting enough penetration to bother some running backs and make them change their route, slows them down, lets the second and third line of the Maverick defense get there.
So 3rd and 7 after that 2-yard gain. And handoff goes to Neri Leon again, and again, he doesn't have much room. He is stuffed by Jacob Irvin and Landon Davis.
Senior run stopper up the middle. Be interesting to see how the Mavericks try to make up for Jacob's size next year. That's been a benefit to the defensive line. His size and strength in the middle of the defensive line makes people think twice about running right up the middle.
So 4th and 7 here, and Blake's going to pass, and he fumbles the ball. And once again, play is whistled dead very early.
You know, we brought it up again. Aaron Heft just doing a great job getting penetration, and he's really given St. John's offensive line fits. Here's the replay.
And that should be Maverick ball because that was 4th down. And the crowd is trying to remind the officials that it was 4th down, but hate to say this, but the officiating has been very much in St. John's favor tonight. And not maliciously, I don't think, but when you're giving a team 5 downs, that's not necessarily going by the rule book, I don't think.
Right, and even if it wasn't, let's say we're going to give them 2 4th downs. It was a fumble on the play.
Yeah, definitely once again, whistle came probably earlier than it should have. And officials will conference, see if they can agree on what down it should be.
And you hate to criticize the refs too much because they don't have an easy job.
No, it's not one I'd want to do, definitely.
Right, but and it's always easy to say, you know, the refs do a bad job. No one ever likes to say the refs did a good job. But there are the white hat, who's the referee, should be keeping track of the downs every time because he's in charge of the whole crew. But you have 2 line judges. They literally have rubber bands they're supposed to keep on their fingers to mark the downs on their fingers. So kind of a bad mistake there.
So this will definitely be some free yardage for St. John. And once again, outstanding punt. And the St. John defenders learning from their mistake last time. Don't let that ball get too close to the goal line. And they'll down it at the 4. So really no other way to say that. That is a miscue by the officials, which cost the Mavericks over 40 yards.
Right. And we'll just go ahead and move on because we've kind of given the refs enough crap there.
Don't want to pick on them.
But I tell you what, St. John, another bright spot. You know, it's 36-6. You know, if you're St. John, you're hoping you can come back in the second half and play a better game.
And nice throw across the body there. Landon Davis has it, and he's got a lot of room. And long field or short field doesn't matter to the Mavericks, as that is yet another touchdown pass for Dylan Jacks.
Landon Davis again doing a great job. Again, you know, I'm the head basketball coach of Kiowa County, so I know Landon Davis pretty well. He's one of my better players. He's a dynamic athlete. He's a really good athlete. And so getting the ball to him in the open field, he's going to do big things with it.
Also, got to give credit to the play calling by the Maverick coaching staff. That was a well-designed play. Got all the defenders moving one direction, and then got the ball out to Davis running to the left. And once he got it, nothing but open field in front of him.
Dylan Jacks on the carry there, didn't quite get in, pretty close.
So another great possession for the Mavericks. One play, 76 yards. Can't complain about that. Brings them to a 42-6 lead. We have about a minute 14 left to play. We'll take a break. You're watching Maverick Sports on the Kiowa County Media Center.
What is Rotary? Rotary is working together with common values and vision. Rotary is worldwide to eradicate polio, dig clean water wells, and save lives. Together, Rotarians grow local economies like ours, right here in Kiowa County. Rotary activities bring leaders together to combine resources for community success. You can be a part of the big picture. Support Rotary projects here and abroad. Join us. Place service over self. Together in Rotary.
And welcome back. We'd like to thank another one of our sponsors, Dwayne Shank Motors, proud sponsor of Maverick Sports. Come see them because you'll look great in a Chevy. McVay with another short kickoff. And that's going to be picked up by Blake just before it goes out of bounds. So Tigers will start from their own 33. So 1st and 10, Blake running around the left. There is a flag in the backfield. Another great play by Aaron Heft.
Yeah, good penetration again on the right side. Made most of his plays on the right side of the line, but a couple on the left there. Got another illegal motion on St. John, it looks like. I'm sure Kiowa County will decline the penalty.
You would think, because there was a loss of about 5 yards on that play, and you'd rather have 2nd and 15 than 1st and 15, and that is declined. So 2nd and long for the Tigers. Handoff goes to Neri Leon. And once again, just got to give great credit to the Mavericks defensive line. They're really not allowing anything up the middle.
Kind of a new strategy by St. John. They used, the whole rest of the first half before this possession. They had one split out on one side, one wide receiver split out on one side, and then 2 on the other side. Now they're triple stacking one side. They're putting 3 offensive players on one side. So I wonder if that's what Coach Young called the timeout to discuss that with his team, because actually the guard is going to be open. The guard is an eligible receiver now that he's the only one on that left side of the line. So that'll be interesting to see if they have a play drawn up to try to get the ball to the left guard.
And take a look there. Some young fans up the north side of the end zone.
I think that would be the Little Pepsters. They're going to have a halftime show for us.
A lot to cheer about for this game so far. So 3rd and 16 for the Tigers. Blake running to his right. And great open field tackle there by Mole, another senior. Just really, especially with a speedy quarterback like Blake, Mole able to just overtake him from behind and tackle him for another big loss. Brings up 4th and 18 as we near 30 seconds to play in the first half. And Tigers will have to punt this away. Mavericks will have at least a play or 2. And low line drive punt, going to be fielded by Dylan Jacks. And he gets past the first wave of defenders, past midfield out to the 37 with 16 seconds to play.
Dylan Jacks looked really close to that line, and I thought he might have even stepped out, but it was pretty close. Looks like we got a penalty here.
That is back where the ball was punted from. And I believe that may actually be going against the Mavericks.
Yeah, it looks like we're going to have a roughing the kicker.
No. Looks like just running into the kicker.
Running into the kicker, just
so
a 5
just
yard.
a 5-yard penalty and no automatic first down. So that will bring up 4th, and we'll call it about 13. And Schultz back to punt again. Another line drive kick. Fielded by Jacks again. Ooh. And that should be a facebacks penalty, and there is a flag down there. And we have number 51 for the Tigers. That's Jacob Milton, who is slow to get up. But he is helped up, and looks like he is going to survive. Good to see. So Mavericks, after this face mask penalty, will have just shy of 5 seconds. Try and put more points on the board before halftime. So Jacks back to pass. That ball is deflected. Ball's incomplete. But the good news with that for the Mavericks is the quick incompletion leads to still half a second left on the clock. So Mavericks will have one more shot at the end zone.
Got to expect pass if you're St. John here.
Well, passing game has been working very well for the Mavericks tonight. Davis, one of the main recipients, he split out right. And that ball is going to be just short. It's intended for Bandman, so at that incompletion, we will head into halftime with the Mavericks still with a very comfortable lead of 42-6. Good game so far. Hope you join us for the second half. You're watching Maverick Sports on the Kiowa County Media Center.
My name is Tom Corns. I'm president of the Greensburg State Bank.
I'm Dee Corns. I work at the Greensburg State Bank.
Located at 240 South Main. We've been here since 1924. We're a unit bank, which means we're totally independent.
We're open 6 days a week. We have a full line of deposit accounts, internet banking, debit cards, travel cards.
We offer loans, checking accounts, savings accounts, investments.
In our facility here, we have a drive-up, safe deposit boxes, just a full line of banking services for our customers.
Our purpose is to serve Kiowa County and contiguous counties. We represent the banking needs of the people of Greensburg in a first-class manner.
My name is Rosa Spainauer. I'm the Safe Kids Coordinator for Safe Kids Kiowa County. This week is actually Child Passenger Safety Week, so we're kicking off today with Countdown to Drive, and that includes 8th grade, 9th grade, and 10th graders. And we have 2 obstacle courses set up. One is they're driving a golf cart, and it's teaching them about distracted driving. So they're supposed to drive through these cones, read off a cue card, or pick out certain colored fuzzy balls out of a container just to distract them, so if they may hit a cone or miss some little signs that are set up. The second station is the drunk driving, and it's to teach them about when you're impaired that you can't do things. Your skill level is not as what it is when you're not drinking. So they have to go through the obstacle course and some things, pin the tail on the donkey. They got to stack blocks. They need to shoot a basket, play hopscotch. We make it fun, but it's also educational because it does teach them that when you've been drinking, your vision's a little messed up.
I was really impressed, and I don't know, honestly, I do not know the history behind how it all came to pass. But you and your crew actually went to the state 2A basketball tournament at K-State at Manhattan.
Yep, we did. We went up there last year.
And did a live stream?
We did 16 games in 4 days over the internet.
Oh my goodness.
And
were you all exhausted?
Well, yeah, but at the same time, there's a lot of excitement in that too, because it's a state atmosphere. We're in Bramlage Coliseum. We're sending a feed to the Jumbotron, which is something that was extra cool. We had an excellent time up there, and it really showcased what our capabilities are doing, not just here in the community, but elsewhere.
Right, that's what I mean, statewide.
Yeah.
And I know that, we've talked about ball games and school and state basketball, but I know you've gotten involved in a lot of other things, rodeos, and, what are some of the other events that your group has been asked to film and get involved in?
Well, rodeo definitely. Obviously, in this area, rodeo is a big deal.
Yes.
We've filmed the Greensburg Rodeo. We've done the KPRA finals for a couple of years. Was trying to get over to PCC this year and do their college rodeo and just didn't quite work it out this time, but we're planning on it for next year.
Oh, good.
Trying to expand again out of our community a little bit. The other really cool thing we do is the WePack Hoops for Hope charity basketball game that takes place in South Central, in the South Central area, sometimes Coldwater, sometimes Ashland. That is a really neat event that goes on, and we broadcast a basketball game from down there. And we got to do that last year, and we're getting prepared to do it again this year, and I'm really, really excited.
4-H is a unique organization. It is the only youth development organization with oversight and sponsorship by the federal government. Through the 4-H educational mission, we help youth to learn by doing and to lead by example. In 4-H, we are committed to providing a positive experience for as many young people as possible, not just with the belief that 4-H grows great kids, but the belief that by preparing our youth for school, work, and life, that we are contributing to a vibrant economy for years to come. There are currently 2 traditional 4-H clubs in Kiowa County with over 40 members. 4-H is open to anyone between the ages of 7 to 19, and the Clover Bud program is open to those youth 5 to 7. Interested in learning more about 4-H? Please contact us at 620-723-2156. Or come on by the Kiowa County Commons and visit us inside the Kiowa County Extension Office. So join the club. Together we can grow great kids across Kansas.
My name is Tom Corns. I'm president of the Greensburg State Bank.
I'm Dee Corns. I work at the Greensburg State Bank.
Located at 240 South Main. We've been here since 1924. We're a unit bank, which means we're totally independent.
We're open 6 days a week. We have a full line of deposit accounts, internet banking, debit cards, travel cards.
We offer loans, checking accounts, savings accounts, investments.
In our facility here, we have a drive-up, safe deposit boxes, just a full line of banking services for our customers.
Our purpose is to serve Kiowa County and contiguous counties. We represent the banking needs of the people of Greensburg in a first-class manner.
My name is Rosa Spainauer. I'm the Safe Kids Coordinator for Safe Kids Kiowa County. This week is actually Child Passenger Safety Week, so we're kicking off today with Countdown to Drive, and that includes 8th grade, 9th grade, and 10th graders. And we have 2 obstacle courses set up. One is they're driving a golf cart, and it's teaching them about distracted driving. So they're supposed to drive through these cones, read off a cue card, or pick out certain colored fuzzy balls out of a container just to distract them, so if they may hit a cone or miss some little signs that are set up. The second station is the drunk driving, and it's to teach them about when you're impaired that you can't do things. Your skill level is not as what it is when you're not drinking. So they have to go through the obstacle course and some things, pin the tail on the donkey. They got to stack blocks. They need to shoot a basket, play hopscotch. we make it fun, but it's also educational because it does teach them that when you've been drinking, your vision's a little messed up.
I was really impressed, and I don't know, honestly, I do not know the history behind how it all came to pass. But you and your crew actually went to the state 2A basketball tournament at K-State at Manhattan.
Yep, we did. We went up there last year.
And did a live stream?
We did 16 games in 4 days over the internet.
Oh my goodness.
And
were you all exhausted?
Well, yeah, but at the same time, there's a lot of excitement in that too, because
I'm
the
sure.
state atmosphere. We're in Bramlage Coliseum. We're sending a feed to the jumbotron, which is something that was
really?
extra cool. We had an excellent time up there, and it really showcased what our capabilities are doing, not just here in the community, but elsewhere.
Right, that's what I mean, statewide.
Yeah.
And I know that, we've talked about ball games and school and state basketball, but I know you've gotten involved in a lot of other things, rodeos, and, what are some of the other events that your group has been asked to film and get involved in?
Well, rodeo definitely. Obviously, in this area, rodeo is a big deal.
Yes.
We've filmed the Greensburg Rodeo. We've done the KPRA finals for a couple of years. Was trying to get over to PCC this year and do their college rodeo and just didn't quite work it out this time, but we're planning on it for next year.
Oh, good.
Trying to expand again out of our community a little bit. The other really cool thing we do is the WePack Hoops for Hope charity basketball game that takes place in South Central, in the South Central area, sometimes Coldwater, sometimes Ashland. That is a really neat event that goes on, and we broadcast a basketball game from down there. And we got to do that last year, and we're getting prepared to do it again this year, and I'm really, really excited.
4-H is a unique organization. It is the only youth development organization with oversight and sponsorship by the federal government. Through the 4-H educational mission, we help youth to learn by doing and to lead by example. In 4-H, we are committed to providing a positive experience for as many young people as possible. Not just with the belief that 4-H grows great kids, but the belief that by preparing our youth for school, work, and life, that we are contributing to a vibrant economy for years to come. There are currently 2 traditional 4-H clubs in Kiowa County with over 40 members. 4-H is open to anyone between the ages of 7 to 19, and the Clover Bud program is open to those youth 5 to 7. Interested in learning more about 4-H? Please contact us at 620-723-2156. Or come on by the Kiowa County Commons and visit us inside the Kiowa County Extension Office. So join the club. Together we can grow great kids across Kansas.
My name is Tom Corns. I'm president of the Greensburg State Bank.
I'm Dee Corns. I work at the Greensburg State Bank.
Located at 240 South Main. We've been here since 1924. We're a unit bank, which means we're totally independent.
We're open 6 days a week. We have a full line of deposit accounts, internet banking, debit cards, travel cards.
We offer loans, checking accounts, savings accounts, investments.
In our facility here, we have a drive-up, safe deposit boxes, just a full line of banking services for our customers.
Our purpose is to serve Kiowa County and contiguous counties. We represent the banking needs of the people of Greensburg in a first-class manner.
My name is Rosa Spainauer. I'm the Safe Kids Coordinator for Safe Kids Kiowa County. This week is actually Child Passenger Safety Week, so we're kicking off today with Countdown to Drive, and that includes 8th grade, 9th grade, and 10th graders. And we have 2 obstacle courses set up. One is they're driving a golf cart, and it's teaching them about distracted driving. So they're supposed to drive through these cones, read off a cue card, or pick out certain colored fuzzy balls out of a container just to distract them, so if they may hit a cone or miss some little signs that are set up. The second station is the drunk driving, and it's to teach them about when you're impaired that you can't do things. Your skill level is not as what it is when you're not drinking. So they have to go through the obstacle course and some things, pin the tail on the donkey. They got to stack blocks. They need to shoot a basket, play hopscotch. We make it fun, but it's also educational because it does teach them that when you've been drinking, your vision's a little messed up.
I was really impressed, and I don't know, honestly, I do not know the history behind how it all came to pass. But you and your crew actually went to the state 2A basketball tournament at K-State at Manhattan.
Yep, we did. We went up there last year.
And did a live stream?
We did 16 games in 4 days over the internet.
Oh my goodness.
And
were you all exhausted?
Well, yeah, but at the same time, there's a lot of excitement in that too, because the state atmosphere. We're in Bramlage Coliseum. We're sending a feed to the Jumbotron, which is something that was extra cool. We had an excellent time up there, and it really showcased what our capabilities are doing, not just here in the community, but elsewhere.
Right. That's what I mean. Statewide.
Yeah.
And I know that, we've talked about ball games and school and state basketball, but I know you've gotten involved in a lot of other things, rodeos, and, what are some of the other events that your group has been asked to film and get involved in?
Well, rodeo definitely. Obviously, in this area, rodeo is a big deal.
Yes.
We've filmed the Greensburg Rodeo. We've done the KPRA finals for a couple of years. Was trying to get over to PCC this year and do their college rodeo and just didn't quite work it out this time, but we're planning on it for next year.
Oh, good.
Trying to expand again out of our community a little bit. The other really cool thing we do is the WePack Hoops for Hope charity basketball game that takes place in South Central, in the South Central area, sometimes Coldwater, sometimes Ashland. That is a really neat event that goes on, and we broadcast a basketball game from down there. And we got to do that last year, and we're getting prepared to do it again this year, and I'm really, really excited.
And welcome back. As you can see there, the score is very much in Kiowa County's favor. They're up 42-6 as we get ready to start the second half here. Really, passing game doing a lot of damage for the Mavericks tonight. I believe 3 or 4 touchdown passes for Dylan Jacks. So got 2 or 3 to Landon Davis alone. I'm trying to remember, but kind of hard to keep track. Just suffice it to say, Maverick offense having a lot of success against the Tiger D.
Yeah, not ordinarily a strength for the Maverick offense, but any little bit always helps. And like we talked about earlier, the 5-3 defensive alignment from St. John, they're going to be tough up front on the line, and they've kind of done a pretty good job holding the Mavericks to not too much yardage on the ground, but in the passing game, giving up a lot of yardage because our defenders or our offensive players have been able to get behind the defense.
And before we kick off here, I'd like to thank another one of our sponsors, the People's Bank. March on Mavericks. Offering full-service banking. Call them at 620-723-2761 or visit them online at bellbank.com. Another thing we talked about before this game is that up to this point, really, it's been the Mavericks running game that has been working for them when they've been doing well this season. But again, tonight, tell maybe the scouting report for the Tigers kind of said that. They've been very much trying to stack the box, stop the run, but Mavericks have been able to get it done through the air tonight. And Mavericks will begin the second half, receiving the kickoff. Another thing just to keep in mind or observe from the first half is the Tiger kicking game has been extremely impressive.
I would imagine this is going in the end zone.
Again, that is usually Trace Schultz, number 40, been doing the kicking for the Tigers. I should say he was doing the punting, had some impressive punts. But for kicking here, it looks like that's going to be number 51, Jacob Milton. Dylan Jacks is back deep for the Mavericks. And onside kick there, and that's going to be recovered by Torres. Again, showing those very good hands he has. Good not only for receiving passes, but also recovering onside kicks.
Definitely.
So Mavericks will take over here to kick things off in the third quarter from their own 34, 1st and 10. Jack's alone in the backfield there. Gonna drop back to pass. And he's looking deep. He's got Aaron Heft. And just almost had it there, but not able to keep hold of it as he goes to the ground. Incomplete.
Yeah, it looked like, he was so open, he kind of turned around and said, hey, look over here, I'm open. And had to back up, try to catch the ball, but would have been nice because it ran all the way through it, and Dylan might have been able to get him a little bit more air underneath that ball and might walk into the end zone. Take
a look there. Just almost, looks like he almost had it, just not quite able to retain possession. Here we see Jack's going to run the ball. And he brings the ball out to about the 37-yard line.
Pull the left in, come around on the right side. Dylan starts on the right, but as he's prone to do, cuts back across the grain, runs back to the left. St. John did a pretty good job of bottling him up and getting a good tackle there.
4-yard gain on that carry for Jacks, brings up 3rd and 6. Handoff goes to Bandman, who cuts inside. And nice gain there of another 4 or 5 yards, but it is going to be short of a first down. And we have, looks like 2 St. John players down. Milton slow to get up, but he does get up. And Devaney stays down a little longer, but gets up himself. Seen that a few times here tonight. Some St. John players slow to get up, but thankfully all have been able to get back off the field under their own power, and so far all have gone back to playing this game again. Hope that trend continues there for Devaney. And Milton, who's going out of the game here as well. So 4th and 1 for the Mavericks. Looks like they might be going for it. Handoff goes to Bandman. And he's got more than enough yardage for the first down as he is knocked down at about the 30-yard line. Nice gain of about 7 yards for Bamman on that carry. Will be a first down.
Good tackle by Troy Devine on the edge there, but pretty good job blocking by the Mavericks. Good run by Poncho Bamman.
So 1st and 10 from the Tiger 30. Handoff goes to Bamman again, but he's going to pass it. He's got Landon Davis deep and just overthrows him.
Just barely. Landon had his man beat for, man, the 5th or 6th time tonight.
That's been a common theme throughout the night, is there have been a lot of Maverick receivers who have been behind or gotten behind every Tiger defender.
And usually it's Landon Davis.
Well, definitely one of the speedier Mavericks on the field.
Right.
So 2nd and 10 after that incomplete pass. And Bamman wants to throw. He's going to have to run a lot if he wants to avoid a big loss, and he's not going to do that, as he is sacked for called about a 12-yard loss to bring up 3rd and 22.
Great job by the St. John defense. Man, really flying around to the ball. St. John's still playing hard.
Yeah. So see if there's any trickery here on a very difficult down and to go situation for the Mavericks. And it looks like trying to set up the screen pass there to Heft, but because of some pressure coming, Jack's just had to throw that ball away. Again, got to give credit to the defensive ends of the St. John Tigers, just getting there in the backfield and putting on pressure. So that'll bring up 4th and very long for the Mavericks. See what they elect to do. Gonna guess a punt would be coming, but never want to call those things too early.
Mavericks like to line up in a quick kick.
Quick kick is exactly what happens. That's fielded there by, it's number 7, Eddie Ibarra. And he will bring the ball out just past the 20, where Tigers will take over.
Brett McVeigh, again, nice tackle, nice open field tackle. We talked about his improvement from the start of the year to the end of the year, and really from last year to this year. He's been one of the more impressive Mavericks, made a lot of improvement. He worked really hard in the summer, got in the weight room, was there just about every day. Really added a lot of strength and speed and athleticism.
See the good tackle by McVeigh. Barra wants to pass, and after a tip, that is picked off. That is Blaine Liggett on the interception.
Blaine Liggett just entered the game. That might have been his first play he was in, and in the right spot at the right time, made a great play there.
And officially, that is the 2nd interception for the Mavericks D. Should be noted they had a third, but was negated by a roughing the passer penalty. But Mavericks get the ball right back there, and they have 23 yards to go before they get 6 more points. At least that's what they're hoping. And McVeigh back to pass again, going deep. And that was almost a very beautiful pass, but falls incomplete.
Rolling out to your left, a really tough pass to make, but Dylan put it on the spot. Poncho Bamman just couldn't reel it in. But really a good throw running to your left.
Yeah, that ball was just right on the money. Kind of looks like it hit Poncho more or less in stride, but fortunately not able to come down with it. But Mavericks still have a few more downs to take another shot. And it looks like there might have been some early motion there. That is the case, so Mavericks will back up 5 yards.
Looked like our right end, Aaron Heft, was just leaning back just a little bit. He was probably getting ready to pull around to the left side. Just got out of his stance a little bit too early.
So 2nd and 15 after that penalty. Jack's back to pass again. Going deep again, this time looking for Heft. Not able to come down with it. Defended there by Devaney.
Ball a little bit underthrown. Aaron Heft had to come back for it just a little bit. Made a pretty good play on the ball, but couldn't reel it in.
So that incompletion will bring up 3rd and 15. Davis in motion. And Jax will keep it around the right side. Able to evade the first line of defenders, but not able to pick up a lot of yards. He brings the ball out to about the 23-yard line.
Good tackle by Clay Cooper, number 81 for St. John.
A 5-yard gain for Jax to bring up 4th and a long 10. I'd say most 10s are long when you're facing 4th down.
Definitely feels that way.
But as the Mavericks are fairly deep in Tiger territory, I'd imagine they will go for it here. Jax drops back to pass, and he's looking for Davis again. And Davis able to get behind the defender. And that is a combination we've been saying a lot tonight.
Dylan Jax had about all day to throw. And just kind of threw it up there to Landon Davis. Landon makes a great play on the ball. Dylan put a lot of air underneath the pass there, let Landon adjust to it. Landon made a great adjustment, got the pass.
So with that touchdown pass, extends the lead to 42.
And your wish is about to come true.
I am one excited person because the Mavericks are lined up to kick. Unfortunately, it is wide left, but I'm happy they just tried. So we will take a look at a replay of that touchdown pass, yet another touchdown pass from Jax to Davis. And from there, we'll go back to a weather report. Hope you join us after that. You're watching Maverick Sports on the Kiowa County Media Center.
Hey guys, shaping up to be another warm one tomorrow in Greensburg. Mid-80s for highs with mostly sunny skies starting out the morning in the upper 60s, getting into the lower 80s by the afternoon hours. A bit breezy, winds could be gusting up to 20 miles per hour. Through the next 7 days, the warm weather is going to continue. We're about 15 to 20 degrees above average for this time of year. But that's going to begin to change. A strong cold front moving through on Monday, dropping highs down in the mid-70s, but mid-60s behind that front into Tuesday. Then we'll be staying in the upper 60s to lower 70s through the mid to later parts of next week before it looks like another big cool down on the way by Friday with highs only into the lower 60s. That's the forecast. Back on over to you guys.
And welcome back. I'd like to thank one of our sponsors, Centera Bank. They've got 5 great locations throughout southwest and south central Kansas. As we see the kickoff there. Another short kick by the Mavericks. And ends up going out to about the 33-yard line of the Tigers, where they'll take over 1st and 10. And also like to thank Cirrus Weather for that great forecast. And you can find them at cirruswx.net. So 1st and 10 for the Tigers. Pitch goes back to it's number 7, Eddie Ibarra. Ibarra hasn't gotten too many touches here tonight. Most of the plays so far have been going to Blake and to Neri Leon. Ibarra loses about 3 yards on that carry to bring up 2nd and 13. Pitch goes to Ibarra again, this time to the left side. He gets the ball back past the 30, out to about the 32. Tackles made by Liggett, and Bayman looks like he gets an assist there. So 3rd and 10 there as Ibarra gets back to the original line of scrimmage. Blake back to pass. He's wanting to go deep, looking for number 81, Clay Cooper. That ball falls incomplete.
Only 2 Tigers out in the routes, and so fairly easy for the Mavericks safeties and linebackers to pick those 2 up.
Take another look at that pass play.
Landon Davis on the defense right there.
So 4th and 10 for the Tigers. And Schultz once again with another very impressive punt. Just a little too much leg as it barely gets into the end zone for a touchback.
Almost too impressive. He kicked it so hard, he kicked it all the way in the end zone. Blaine Liggett there to pick it up.
Yep. Not a lot has gone right for the Tigers tonight, but again, just very impressed with their kicking game. Both Milton showing a strong leg on kickoffs, and Schultz with some extremely impressive punts.
Right. Looks like the Mavericks are going to put their second line offense in.
And if the Mavericks were to score on this possession, this would be game. As Liggett gets the handoff there. He'll gain about a yard. Brings up 2nd and 9. That is Taylor Odell on the keeper there. He'll gain a couple. Bring the ball out to the 18-yard line, where it'll bring up 3rd and 7. And Odell on the pass there, he's looking for number 44, Cameron Conrad. Falls incomplete, 4th down. I'd just like to give everyone a score update. If you're interested in the outcome of the Royals game, they are now up 2-0 with 2 out, runner on second in the top of the 6th. So 4th down for the Mavericks. And that will be a quick punt that goes very high, but takes very much a St. John bounce. And that will be down by the Mavericks at the 16-yard line.
It's the only bad thing there. If you get a little bit of penetration into the line on a short kick like that, because our punter's only 4 or 5 yards off the line of scrimmage, you blow those defensive line or the offensive lineman back a little bit, and then the kicker feels a lot of pressure.
As it is, the punt cost the Mavericks 3 yards. So short field here for the Tigers. Handoff goes to Ibarra. He'll get the ball out to the 15 for a gain of 1.
The Mavericks put mostly their first line defense out there again. It's almost all their first line defense, trying to stop a St. John's score.
Yeah, coaches content to give their JV guys some experience on that end, but not really wanting to give the Tigers a chance to get back in this game. 2nd and 9. Blake back to pass. He's looking for number 20. That is Kevin Neri Leon, but overthrows him a bit, falls incomplete. Neri Leon, he had some room there, had the defender behind him, but ball just overthrown. So that will bring up 3rd and 8 for the Tigers. And Blake going to keep it around his right. And fakes the pitch, cuts in, gets a few yards. Still short of a first down.
Good tackle by Dylan Jacks.
Blake brings the ball out to the 10. Bring up 4th and 3. Definitely 4-down territory for the Tigers here.
Big stop for the Mavericks if they don't want to keep that 45 chance alive in the 3rd quarter. Probably going to need to get a stop here.
And St. John going to talk strategy. They take a timeout. We'll take a timeout as well for a word from our sponsors. You're watching Maverick Sports on the Kiowa County Media Center.
The weather just seemed a little bit unusual.
The sound was just
You
deafening.
can hear and feel things just breaking up.
School was
above
gone,
you.
my church was gone, my town was gone. What are we going to do?
We could rebuild and we could start over and rebuild a whole community. Let's rebuild the town. Let's work together. Let's try to do it right.
The spirit of the community, we will rebuild.
Maybe we do have to do it different.
To be able to make a difference that can be felt for generations, it's very exciting.
Come and experience the story in Greensburg.
Welcome back, and would like to remind anyone who is interested that the Media Center does conduct a video club Tuesdays from 6 to 8 p.m. At our offices in the Commons building. Video club is open for 7th through 12th grades in the Kiowa County area. Learn video and broadcasting, become a part of Video Club. See a great member of Video Club there, running our sideline cam there in the southeast corner of the end zone. Reed Rose. And false start there, and that could be a big blow for the Tigers, as instead of 4th and short, they're going to face 4th and long. So 4th and 9 now rather than 4th and 4. And Blake drops back to pass, and he's going to scramble, going around the left side. And he is wrapped up by number 55. That is
Sammy Cervantes.
Yep, Sammy Cervantes on the tackle. So turnover on downs, and Mavericks offense will once again have a chance to put this game away.
Mavericks second team offense coming in. See if they can have some more success on this drive than they did the last one.
And looks like we have another timeout on the field. This one taken by Kiowa County. And we will take another break for another word from our sponsors. You're watching Maverick Sports on the Kiowa County Media Center.
What is Rotary? Rotary is working together with common values and vision. Rotary is worldwide to eradicate polio, dig clean water wells, and save lives. Together, Rotarians grow local economies like ours, right here in Kiowa County. Rotary activities bring leaders together to combine resources for community success. You can be a part of the big picture. Support Rotary projects here and abroad. Join us. Place service over self. Together in Rotary.
And welcome back. I'd like to thank another one of our sponsors, People Insurance, proud supporter of the Mavericks, offering home, auto, farm, business, and crop insurance with a variety of great insurance providers. They put their clients first. Visit them at peoplesinsuranceks.com or give them a call at 620-723-2809. So Mavericks offense with a 1st and 10 And if they score on this possession, the game will be over. And early movement there. I'm thinking that may go against St. John. Looks like they move first, but we'll see. And that is indeed the call. So 1st and 5 here for the Mavericks. And pass here, that's intended for Liggett, and he makes the catch and is knocked out of bounds there by Devaney. So first team, second team, not mattering. Passing game working well for the Mavericks tonight. See there, Odell's pass. The outside shoulder of McVeigh, but he's able to make a nice catch. And that play gets to the Mavericks just inside midfield, where they have 1st and 10. And that play is whistled dead.
Yeah, we weren't. The Kiowa County Mavericks weren't said it's going to be a legal. Well, I don't know if they're going to call a false start, if they're going to call a legal shift.
That will back the Mavericks up 5 yards. Will they'll face 1st and 15. And Odell drops back to pass again intended for Liggett. Just a little bit behind him, and he's not able to come down with that one.
For coming off the bench, just getting to the game really is a pretty good pass.
Yeah.
A little bit behind him is a tough ball for Blaine Liggett to catch there, but not a bad pass at all.
So 2nd and 15 now for the Mavericks. And pitch goes back to Odell there. That was Henry Cuevas at quarterback for that play. Gain of just about 5 on that play. Still bring up 3rd and 10 for the Mavericks. Nice shot there from our jib arm. And Odell back to pass. And that is going to be picked off. That is number 30, Troy Devine, with the interception. So bad break for the Mavericks there. Bring up 1st and 10 for the Tigers at the 35-yard line of the Mavericks. Handoff goes there to number 22, Juan Neri Leon. He'll pick up about 4 yards, bring up 2nd and 6. Handoff goes to Neri Leon again. Pick up another few yards.
So looking a little bit ahead for the Mavericks here. Got Maxville next week. Maxville's 0-7 as of tonight. We don't know what they did tonight, but that would look pretty good for the Mavericks. A good matchup for the Mavericks. St. John obviously beat Maxville last week, so you would hope that Kiowa County could go ahead and beat Maxville as well next week. And so you're looking at a 4-5 record for the Kiowa County Mavericks. And, you know, losing 2 seniors it's going to hurt, losing Nick Mull and Jacob Irvin. But, you know, I think a lot of teams around the league and around this area would be happy to have 6 of 8 starters back and having people that contribute that are all coming back. You know, only losing 2 seniors is a good position to be in for a football team.
Well, and the other thing to look at, too, is the Mavericks do look to end the season with quite a bit of a momentum as measurement is taken there. Again, assuming they hold on to win this game and are able to defeat Maxville next week, which, again, like the chances, they'll end this season with 3 straight wins. Always a good position to be in as you're looking to build for future seasons. Again, part of that's just due to scheduling. Played some very tough teams earlier in their season, and schedule lightened up a little bit here towards the end, but still good to have that momentum. As St. John is just an inch or 2 short there on 3rd down, which will bring up 4th and very short. And that will be a free first down as both Irvin and the end there jump the gun.
Yeah, it's been a problem for the Mavericks on 4th and short or 3rd and short. Again, if I was scouting the Mavericks, I'd be going on 2 or 3 just about every time I had a 3rd and short or a 4th and short, because we've had a problem throughout the season of jumping.
So first down for the Tigers, just inside the 20. And quick handoff there. Carry is made by Ty Wyckoff. He'll bring the ball down to about the 17-yard line, where it'll be 2nd and 7. And nice pushback there by the defensive line of the Mavericks as Wyckoff gets the carry again. No gain on that carry, brings up 3rd and 7. And Blake going to pitch the ball out to Ibarra there, but he is wrapped up. Brett McVeigh first on the scene there. And that is a loss of about 4 on that option play, bring up 4th and 11. And facing 4th and long, St. John's going to call a timeout, talk strategy. We'll call a timeout as well. Before a word from our sponsors, you're watching Maverick Sports on the Kiowa County Media Center.
Kiowa County Impact Video Production Committee encourages you to practice the KC Big 3.
At Kiowa County, we treat others right.
By helping others up.
By encouraging each other.
By patting players on the back and showing good sportsmanship.
At Kiowa County, we make smart decisions.
By respecting the officials.
By keeping our cool.
And by listening to the coach.
At Kiowa County, we maximize our potential.
By practicing on our own time.
And by always giving 100%.
And welcome back, as there are just a couple minutes left to play here in the 3rd quarter. St. John faces a 4th and long situation here, just a little more than 10 yards to go from the Maverick 20. And Blake back to pass. And that ball is tipped by Blaine Liggett, falls incomplete, and Mavericks will take over. So that will bring up 1st and 10 for the Mavericks from just about their own 20. And pass is intended for 44. Cameron Conrad falls incomplete. Something the Mavericks have really been sticking to. I mean, it's been working well for them so far tonight, but even with the second offense out there, still airing the ball out quite a bit.
Yeah, we've had some open receivers. Had a little trouble hitting them from time to time, but a lot of these passes are really pretty close.
Cuevas is going to be sacked there. Number 81, Clay Cooper. Great penetration. The loss of about 7 yards on that sack brings up 3rd and 17. Cuevas back to pass again. And he's looking for Alex Cecil. Ball is overthrown a tad, falls incomplete, brings up 4th down. So 4th and 17 coming up. Looks like Mavericks will bring in their special team squad for a punt.
Hopefully we get the Mavericks get a little better result here.
At least positive yardage this time.
All right.
Ibarra is deep for St. John. That is a much better kick. Ibarra's going to field it and have a chance to return, however. And he's going to bring the ball out to about the 33-yard line. So 1st and 10 for the Tigers. Ball spotted at the 32.
First team defense back out, and I would say those are all juniors on the field right now, except for the nose guard, Nick Mullis Sr. So this whole squad will be returning next year.
Handoff goes around the left side. Nice tackle there. Looks like that was Liggett. Carry went to Kevin Leon. He gained, called about 2 yards on that carry to bring up 2nd and 8. And Wyckoff gets around the left side there. Very close to a touchdown. He's not knocked down until he gets inside the 5. Again, a little slow to get up, but he does get up. No, but that's not good to see if he goes back down.
Looks like he's got a cramp.
So nice run there by Wyckoff. Brings up 1st and goal.
Mavericks fortunate we didn't get a late hit call there. Like we had a Maverick defender just kind of hop on the pile a little bit late there.
To be fair, even if it was called, not a huge difference. It'd be
right.
1st and goal from the 2 instead of the 5. But the Tigers going to call a timeout there to talk strategy, as this is their first real threat in quite some time. We're going to take a break. Hope you join us for the final minutes of this game. You're watching Maverick Sports on the Kiowa County Media Center.
Southern Plains Co-op in Greensburg is proud to offer Bayer Crop Science crop protection products. Chewing bugs, fungal diseases, and grasses needlessly kill or drastically limit corn and soybean production each year. Innovative Bayer Crop Science products control these unwanted intruders. That means increased yields for more grain in the bin at harvest. Let Southern Plains Co-op protect your crops with Bayer Crop Science products. At Southern Plains, we deliver service.
And welcome back to Greensburg, Kansas. Mavericks lead this game 48-6 with 40 seconds left to play in the 3rd quarter. Though the St. John Tigers are threatening 1st and goal from the Maverick 5. Handoff goes to Ibarra. He's able to power forward for a yard. Bring up 2nd and goal from the 4. So 2nd and goal for the Tigers. It's like Blake's getting a new play call from the sideline. 4 seconds left to play on the play clock, but that doesn't matter because the game clock in the 3rd quarter just ran out. So we'll head to the 4th quarter. Mavericks leading 48-6. We'll take a quick break. Hope you join us for the final 12 minutes. You're watching Maverick Sports on the Kiowa County Media Center.
Let Southern Plains Co-op take the worry out of choosing corn and soybean seed. For powerful performance at harvest, we know Mycogen seeds deliver. Global breeding and vigorous testing results in hybrid seeds with guts. That's true value that makes a difference. Maximize your seed investment for higher yields at harvest. Choose Mycogen hybrids from Southern Plains Co-op in Greensburg. At Southern Plains, we deliver service and Mycogen seeds.
And welcome back. I'd like to remind everyone of Operation Christmas Child Shoebox, brought to you by the Greensburg First United Methodist Church. Look for donation boxes at fall sporting events for the Mavericks, or also bring any of your hygiene items, small toys, or school supplies to the collection center at the church at 600 West Lincoln Avenue here in Greensburg. So 2nd and goal for the Tigers, 4-yard line. Quick handoff there to the fullback. Looks like that was number 40, Trace Schultz. First carry, I believe, for Schultz tonight. Not much room for him, however. That's no gain to bring up 3rd and goal. And Mavericks trying for their 2nd consecutive stop here in the red zone. That handoff goes to Ibarra, but he is met immediately by Jax.
Yeah, great tackle by Jax. Read the play really well. Made a great tackle.
Loss of 1 on that carry brings up 4th and goal from the 5. And that's a nice misdirection play for St. John. Mavericks defense bit on the fullback dive, but Blake kept it around the left side, and he goes in untouched. So St. John buys themselves a little breathing room.
That was scored on the Mavericks' first team defense, or at least the majority of the first team defense, but their 2nd team offense kind of put them in a little bit of a rough position there.
Yeah, field position not been in the Mavericks' favor here so far the 2nd half.
Right.
So St. John will go for the 2-point conversion, but not before there's a flag on the field. Looks like St. John took a little too much time. That's delay of game. So they're going to have to go 8 yards for their 2 points rather than 3. So PAT from the 8. Blake wants to pass. And that is picked off in the end zone there. That is Liggett with the interception. So no good, no points. Mavericks remain up by 36 at this point. We'll take a quick break as we take another look at the touchdown run by Blake. And we'll come back for the final minutes of this game. You're watching Maverick Sports on the Kiowa County Media Center. And the world's largest hand-dug well, Museum and Visitor Center, likes to wish the Mavericks good luck tonight. Their exhibits include the history of Greensburg, the tornado, and the sustainable rebuilding effort after the tornado. Give them a visit there at 315 South Sycamore Street, or for information, email tourism@greensburgks.org. So, somewhat bookended scoring here so far. St. John scored the first 6 points of the game, and so far the last 6 points of the game, but unfortunately for them, Mavericks had 48 in between there. So the game's still comfortably in the Mavericks' favor. As Milton looks like he was trying for an onside kick, but didn't get quite enough of that one. And again, since that ball did not go the requisite yardage, that is a flag.
Looks like the Mavericks are going to decline the penalty.
Declining the penalty would give them excellent field position inside Tiger territory.
Going to take the ball where it's at, have the second team offense come back out and try to move the ball.
And I'm not sure, but I think this is actually the officials are wanting to re-kick this here. I'm not sure there's an option to take the ball in that scenario. But the officials are spotting the ball 5 yards back from the original kickoff point, and the Mavericks are bringing their receiving squad back out.
I can't say that I know, but I'm pretty sure they have the option to take the ball as is.
Yep.
There
and
we
that
go.
Penalty is declined. Looks like the officials, after discussing it amongst themselves, have come to the same conclusion.
You just wouldn't apply the penalty because you have the option to take the penalty and move back 5 yards and have them kick it again, or decline the penalty and take the ball where it was touched. And their choice was to take the ball as it was touched. So
after that powwow by the officials, Mavericks do take over at the Tiger 34. Cuevas running to his right. He's got room. Nice spin move there. Evades a tackler. And he'll be stopped about the 26-yard line. Gain of 8 for Cuevas.
really a good move, good run by Henry. And the only thing I might tell him is tuck that ball away. Ball was a little bit exposed there on the run. Hopefully St. John isn't able to poke it out here, but they always tell you don't carry it like a loaf of bread, having it fling around.
So that'll bring up 2nd and 2 for the Mavericks. Cuevas going to keep it again. Running to his right again. Not as many yards that time, but he will be close to a first down. We'll see where the spot gets him. And he does indeed get enough yardage for a first down. Out to the 18-yard line. So a little momentum here for the Mavericks' second team offense. Cuevas back to pass. And he was looking for Odell. Pass rush of the Tigers made him rush that throw a little bit. So 2nd and 10 for the Mavericks. Cuevas back to pass again. And again, he is pressured. That's going to lead to an interception. Ball is picked off. I believe that's Schultz. Sorry, that was Wyckoff on the interception there. So, nice turnover force there by St. John D. Again, got to credit the pass rush of the Tigers. Kind of made Cuevas thrush that throw.
Sure, Henry will look at that film tomorrow or Monday and see maybe force it in there just a little bit. St. John had pretty good pass coverage on the play, and it might be one you either tuck and run or throw away or just don't throw in the middle of the field like that.
That handoff goes to Ibarra. He's got some room. He's going to be drugged down from behind, but not before he gains just a little over 10 yards. Should be a first down.
Good run by St. John, first down there. Again, Mavericks first team defense is back on the field, so
yeah, I mean the first team defense has never really left. It's been in there the entire game.
Right.
Just St. John finally able to get some offense working here the last couple of possessions. And Blake going to keep it around his right. He'll bring the ball out to about the 48. Gain of 4 yards, brings up 2nd and 6. So 2nd and 6 for the Tiger offense. And quick handoff there to Ibarra, shakes the first tackler, and he's going to bring the ball out to the Maverick 37, but there is a flag on the play.
Looks like it's going to be holding on St. John.
It looks like the official is explaining to the St. John player what he saw there, so that will negate the nice run by Ibarra. And we'll repeat 2nd down.
Looked like somebody on the edge over here closest to the Maverick sideline had his hands wrapped around the outside of a Maverick defender.
It looks like that might have been number 51, Milton maybe.
They always tell offensive linemen to make sure you got your hands on the inside. You have to have it on one plane of the man you're blocking, one plane of his body, and if you have it on 2 planes, you're going to be called for holding.
So that penalty will bring up 2nd and 12 for the Tigers. And Blake back to pass. Covered nicely there by Liggett. Also in on the play was Jax.
Blaine Liggett really read that ball pretty nicely coming out of the quarterback's hand. Had a great jump on the ball and was able to hop in front of the man he was guarding and break that pass up. Textbook defensive back play by Blaine Liggett.
So with that incompletion, we'll bring up 3rd and 12. And Blake back to pass again, looking to his left. He's got a wide open receiver. That is Wyckoff with the reception, and that's going to be more than enough for a first down.
Good route by Wyckoff. He ran about a 10-yard out or so and made a nice, really ran a nice route and got Blaine Liggett kind of twisted up a little bit. Good pass.
So 1st and 10 for the Tigers, now inside Maverick territory. Pitch goes back to Ibarra. And nice yardage there. Sneaks through a gap. He'll be near another first down for the Tigers.
St. John's putting a nice drive together here towards the end of the game. It's good to see St. John playing hard throughout the game.
See Ibarra there, just able to cut in, find the gap in the defense. Gain of about 8 on that carry for him. So 2 yards to go for first down for the Tigers, and it's only 2nd down. Pitch goes back to Ibarra again. Again, he's going to cut in and find a gap. He'll get inside the 20, down to about the 18. Good for another first down.
Really, if you're looking at St. John and their squad next year, you got to be pretty happy with, having, we're not quite sure how old the quarterback is because he's not in our program, but their main running back here, Ibarra, a freshman. That's pretty impressive for a freshman, and he's listed at 130 pounds. It's pretty impressive for a freshman to take this type of pounding in a game like this and really run the ball well.
Blake going to keep it, and he's going to sneak past everyone, and that's 6 more points for the Tigers. Really kind of had a situation there for the Mavericks in that there were no secondary in the middle of the field. They were all split out cover receivers, and once Blake got past the defensive line, there was nobody in front of him.
Right, St. John they split so many people out wide that there's not enough defenders in the middle of the field. So if one of those defensive linemen's lined up on the wrong side of the center, that quarterback's just going to bump the center on the behind and tell him which way he's going, and he's going to keep the ball and run himself.
Barra takes the pitch on the sweep again, but not able to bring it in for the PAT. Still, the Tigers have scored the last 12 points. Now they trail only by 30. We'll take another look at a replay of that touchdown as we have 7.5 minutes left to play. You're watching Maverick Sports on the Kiowa County Media Center.
The weather just seemed a little bit unusual.
The sound was just
You
deafening.
can hear and feel things just breaking up.
School was
above
gone,
you.
my church was gone, my town was gone. What are we going to do?
We could rebuild it. We could start over and rebuild a whole community. Let's rebuild the town. Let's work together. Let's try to do it right.
The spirit of the community, we will rebuild.
Maybe we do have to do it different.
To be able to make a difference that can be felt for generations, it's very exciting.
Come and experience the story in Greensburg.
March On Mavericks, brought to you by the People's Bank, a full-service banking. Visit them at bellbank.com or give them a call at 620-723-2761. Milton with another onside kick, and that was a very good onside kick, but good coverage there by the Mavericks. Looks like McVeigh came up with it.
A better kick by St. John there, good execution. Brett McVeigh on the spot. Did a good job covering it up.
So that will be first down for the Mavericks from their own 39. And handoff goes there to
Alex Cecil.
Alex Cecil was in motion and got the handoff there, but he was hit immediately, and that's going to be a loss of about 5 yards for the Mavericks. See there, the St. John defender just coming through more or less unblocked.
Right.
Pitch goes back to Brayden Watson. His throw is intended for Cuevas. Ball's incomplete.
Ibarra made a pretty good break on the ball there. Almost came up with an interception. I don't think anyone expected the pass to go quite where it went that time.
Incompletion will bring up 3rd and 15 for the Mavericks. Cuevas going to keep it, bounce around to the right side. He'll get a few yards, but still well short of a first down. So Mavericks punting squad will come back on the field, facing 4th and 11. And that kick was almost blocked, but Jax does get it off. And that is fielded by Ibarra, about the 28-yard line of the Mavericks. Blake out of the shotgun. Another quick handoff to Ibarra, but he is met immediately by Aaron Heft.
Good tackle by Aaron Heft.
Been saying his name a lot tonight.
Right. He's played very well on the defensive line, made a lot of great tackles in the backfield and downfield as well. So did a good job of moving off of his man, working his way down the line and finding that ball carrier.
No gain on that carry, brings up 2nd and 10. Tigers wanting to build off that momentum. They've scored on 2 straight possessions here in the second half. Blake back to pass, has a lot of time. Pass incomplete, that is intended for Kevin nearly on.
Defended by Sammy Cervantes. Again, he's right there running with him, but looks like he had him open.
Yep, ball just overthrown just a tad.
Just a
tad.
tad.
Incomplete, bring up 3rd and 10. Blake back to pass, looking to his left, looking for Wyckoff, but ball overthrown, incomplete, brings up 4th down. Again, like to bring you a score update of the World Series game going on right now. The Royals now lead 3-2 over the San Francisco Giants, and they're heading into the bottom of the 7th. So 4th and 10, and Schultz will punt. And kind of gets that off the side of his foot, but still takes a St. John bounce, where it will be down at the 34-yard line of the Mavericks.
Might have been about the first, average punt we've seen. All the rest of them have been so good. So got a pretty good bounce, but
mere average punt for Schultz. So 1st and 10 for the Maverick offense. Just under 5 minutes to play. And looks like there might have been some movement by the Mavericks early there. That is the case, so 5 yards will be the penalty to bring up 1st and 15 from the 29. And that is Watson. Back to pass again. He has Cuevas deep, but Cuevas not able to come down with it.
really another pretty good pass. Pretty good pass. Put it right about on the mark. Henry just kind of got a little twisted up as he was going for the ball there and wasn't able to reel it in.
The Mavericks are kind of switching out quarterbacks here with their second squad. Cuevas had a few snaps, and now it looks like Watson had at least one. See if he stays in there. Nope, Watson going to be split out wide this time. Cuevas back to quarterback. And looks like the Mavericks may be whistled for delay of game there. And so, a couple penalties, not doing the Mavericks offense any favors, that they now face 2nd and 20. Handoff goes to Liggett. He's going to be tripped up about the line of scrimmage, no gain. Bring up 3rd and 20. See the Mavericks players on the sideline there. And snap gets away from Cuevas there. Mavericks just going to cover it. Loss of about 3 yards. And facing 4th and very long, the punting squad comes back on the field.
Dylan Jack's usually back there to punt, but this time it's Brett McVeigh.
He gets off a high kick and takes a neutral bounce, more or less straight in the air. Covered by Nick Moll at the Tiger 35, where the Tiger offense will take back over.
Mavericks starting to mix in a couple of second team defenders here and get them mixed in here with the first teamers.
And talked about next week's game for the Mavericks. They have Maxville, again, a team that's been struggling this year. For St. John, they finished the year out with Skyline. Pretty good team. Played the Mavericks here a couple weeks ago, and close game that Skyline came out on top of.
Yeah, I believe last week Skyline beat South Central. So, you know, pretty important district game for Skyline and South Central there. So, I'm not sure exactly, but I would assume that they're going to be coming out of districts now.
Yeah, just based on, as a bar with a carry there, just based on the games we saw against both South Central and Skyline played here this year. Again, the Skyline Kiowa County game was a close game, came right down to the wire, whereas South Central pretty much dominated the Mavericks from the start. But still, Skyline coming up tops when they need to.
Yeah.
So, a couple quick first downs there for the Tigers. Blake's passing, looking for Wyckoff, but not able to connect.
Landon Davis looking to get another interception there if he could. Could have been his 3rd of the day if it wouldn't have been for the penalty and that brought back his other interception. But he's played a pretty good game in the secondary there. St. John's looked to pass, especially in the second half, but they've looked to pass quite a bit, and Landon Davis, among others, have done a good job defending the pass. Something the Mavericks have struggled with from time to time.
Pitch goes back to Neri Leon. Not much room for him to run, however. They'll actually lose a yard or two there. Bring up 3rd and 11. Pitch goes to Neri Leon again. Again, not a lot of room, but he does get positive yardage inside the 25 to the 24, where he'll bring up 4th and 9. Oddly enough, it seems like the St. John possessions here late in the game are ticking off more clock than the Maverick possessions. Blake back to pass again.
St. John's had a little more success sustaining a drive than the Maverick second team offense.
Fair point. And that 4th down pass was intended for Wyckoff, falls incomplete, so Mavericks will get the ball back. Handoff is fumbled, and looks like that is recovered by St. John, so they get the ball right back. Little miscue there, looks like, on the exchange between Cuevas and Cecil. Ball ends up on the ground and in the hands of St. John. They look and see exactly where the ball is lost there. And it looks like pretty much on the exchange. So 1st and 10 for St. John from the Maverick 22. Pitch goes back to Ibarra, who's looking to pass. And that ends up in the hands of the St. John receiver. It was a wrestling match between Neri Leon and Cuevas. Looks like Neri Leon won that one. So that's going to be 1st and goal for the Tigers inside the Maverick 5. Like to keep the cameras clean there for you folks. So 1st and goal for the Tigers after that nice reception. And Ibarra with the pitch. He's going to get down inside the 2, still short of the goal line. Second and goal from inside the 2-yard line. And Blake going to keep it, and he trots in. And that is 18 straight points scored by the Tigers.
Mavericks kind of know the outcome of the game already. It's a little tough to play a game all the way through when you kind of know you're going to win no matter what. But pretty impressive with St. John putting some drives together here. They got to feel good about themselves. You know, coaches can look at the film on Monday and say, hey, we did this against their first team defense.
And Blake passing on the PAT, trying to find, looks like that was Neri Leon, incomplete.
And again, it was most of their first team defense for most of the drives. This last drive was a decent amount of second team defenders mixed in there.
So we will take a quick break. We just have a few more seconds left to play in this game, but hope you join us for them. You're watching Maverick Sports on the Kiowa County Media Center.
What is Rotary? Rotary is working together with common values and vision. Rotary is worldwide to eradicate polio, dig clean water wells, and save lives. Together, Rotarians grow local economies like ours, right here in Kiowa County. Rotary activities bring leaders together to combine resources for community success. You can be a part of the big picture. Support Rotary projects here and abroad. Join us. Place service over self. Together in Rotary.
like to thank our great crew for tonight's game. Cameramen are Josh Cannon, Rocky Preble, Caden Ulrich, Reed Rhodes, and Tegan Elgood. Replay is Kay Hardinger, Ben Spanier on graphics, Casey Roberts audio, Chase Hardinger technical director, Grant Newhold producer, and the weak links in the chain, Matt Christensen and Zach White doing the announcing. At least I am. And Zach, you're doing a great job. From the heart.
Yeah, thanks.
So Mavericks will take over 1st and 10 from their own 32-yard line. Looks like Mavericks will be content to take a knee and end this game. See if they will have to do one more play, but this should be the last one. So Mavericks with a solid showing. Again, St. John able to put together a few drives here at the end of the game, but again, Mavericks have been playing at least partially their second squad for the majority of the second half. Always nice when you have the opportunity to do that. So good game for the Mavericks. They earned their 3rd victory of the season and will go for their 4th next week at Maxville. And as for the St. John Tigers, they fall to 1 and 7 with the game next week versus Skyline pending. So good game for the Mavericks. Any final thoughts, Zach?
No, just great first half, especially for the Mavericks. If you're Coach Young, you're going to be looking at the first half film and say, hey, let's do this against Maxville. Let's wrap up the season with another win and finish the season strong.
So a good game for the Mavericks, and like to wish friends from St. John safe trip back to St. John. Other than that does it for our football season. Hope you join us here in a month or so as basketball season winds up, but it's been fun bringing the games this fall. Thanks for watching. This is Maverick Sports on the Kiowa County Media Center.